Welcome to Free Talk, your afternoon talk show. I'm your host, Noeleen, Maholwana-Sangqu. Tonight, my special guest is an international superstar, a Grammy winner, and her albums have reached multi-platinum status. Our very special guest is none other than Christina Aguilera. If you wish to speak to her, our lines are open on 086-2233-303, or you can SMS 083-601-9932. Christina, welcome to South Africa, and certainly welcome to Free Talk. Such a pleasure having such a mega star.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
No, it's an absolute pleasure. It is. When you were watching that video, you were like, why?
I haven't seen that video in years. That was my old kind of EPK video to kind of begin to get noticed and whatnot by labels and things like that. So it was just really, it was like watching an old home movie of yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That video was really when I was 17, 18, and I'm almost 25 now. So it's a good, almost 10 years, 7 years to date. So
yeah. When you see that and from very little and look at you now,
right.
What goes through your mind?
I've been on quite a journey since then. Then I was just, first starting out, kind of just beginning to get recognized, having just had that first record, kind of, beginning the whole process of making my first record and playing it by the label's rules and then kind of, playing that game and, it's been quite a journey since then.
But, a lot of people who see you, so you were performing when you were 8 years old and belting out those, you would have put a lot of adults to shame. So you've had like a grounding from very little.
It was definitely, it's just definitely my calling, my what I was meant to do. Honestly, people ask me, when was the first time you realized to sing or things like that, and there was no realization point really. It was just me following my heart and exactly what I wanted to do. I've been performing for live audiences and whatnot for my entire life. When you think about it, I've been in this business for ever since I was 6, 7 years old. It was when I first started to actually perform.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to the caller. Everton is Mansburg. Everton, hi.
Hi, Noeleen.
Hello.
Thanks for actually calling me back. I'm so grateful to actually be on the show. Christina Aguilera, I've been a fan of yours since you came up with Genie in a Bottle, and I just find you really inspiring and amazing. Your voice is very unique. I'm a big fan of Mariah Carey also, and my sister Shamini Pillai and my mother Pratima Naidu, we just love your voice. In fact, today I was listening to you on my Apple iPod, and I can't believe I'm talking to you now.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's like amazing. But my question to you also is, with the industry growing and actually coming up with more talent, and people like Mariah Carey and Madonna, still making it in the music industry, how do you actually think, you cope with the music industry growing, the standard of music, the level of music growing and becoming higher and higher? How do you cope? It just gets more and more intense. And do you ever think you'll ever, head for a breakdown?
Okay, listen, thank you very much.
It definitely, gets more intense and more, but really it's been such, you grow along with the whole experience of, whenever you first make it to the point of, getting to sell, X amount of records, and then, getting to have your own say after that, after you kind of paid your dues per se. And, I just really think the older I get, the more, it's just, learning the ropes and feeling more confident in your own shoes, learning who you can trust around you. And yeah, I think if you aren't either spiritually connected with yourself or you're not, you're not grounded in a certain way, I can see where, you could be headed for a breakdown or you might get caught up and lost, really. But I'm in a place now where I feel, with the last record, it was a very deep record for me. I was able to kind of do my own thing for the first time, and I was in a kind of 21 years old. I was kind of feeling out what I wanted to do, and I was getting to do it. Whereas now I'm really in the happiest place I've ever been now. It's feeling even more comfortable in my shoes than I've ever been, and I'm on the verge of getting married and whatnot. So there's there's lots going on in my life right now, whereas, you know, I feel more secure and more confident in my life than I've ever been. So, yeah, don't see a breakdown heading my way anytime.
But no one asks for a breakdown.
No,
and if you're spiritually connected and you're grounded and you know where you're going and you've got support, you know, behind you. Your mom is pretty supportive and has been there, you know, for a long time.
Very important to have, a really good support team behind you, to have that family grounding and that basis that, you know, you can always fall back on. And yeah, my mom, I mean, she's been incredible. I mean, since day one, she really kind of, you know, I know I used to be around, you know, even being in a lot of talent competitions where you were with other young talents and whatnot, you know, I would see these mothers that would really drag around their children, and these children just wanted to go play or they wanted to do something else, but really, I was the one dragging my mom by the reins, like, my mom, let's do this, and she saw from day one that this was something that I was truly passionate about, and something that it was my playtime to sit in my room or learn.
This is what you really wanted to do. I mean, it was your calling, as you said.
Yeah, it's really embedded in me. I really just feel like, you know, this is definitely my purpose, and to go beyond and to aspire to do new things and try to put, you know, give certain messages of positivity out there through either my lyrics or, you know, things that I'm involved with, charity-wise and whatnot, causes that I believe in, and, you know, it all comes full circle. But my mom, has been there since day one, and I know that if I decided, which will never happen, but if I decided to, you know, hang up the towel and never do it again, my mom would be there for me with open arms and have welcome me back into the home. I never wanted to do anything again, you know, but she's great.
What do you love about Christina Aguilera? Call me on 086-333303, or you can SMS 083-601-9932 from the new Mickey Mouse Club to the start of superstardom with a hit Genie in a Bottle. More with Christina Aguilera when we return.